Hey, how goes it? It's me, the real Aja P.
Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Ay, still not understanding.
Hello. I am back. I am back. Not with a story time, but with a video. Before I do start this video, I do want to say happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Well, I am recording this on Valentine's Day. You might get it on Valentine's Day or the day after. She's still here, still getting her check. Hello, how are you? I might do this before Valentine's or I might do this after Valentine's, but it is Valentine's Day. I'm in my pink. This is the only pink I have in my house, which is surprising. Not really. I love black, but this is the only pink I had. So I had to makeshift an outfit. I think it's really cute. I did my makeup with a whole bunch of blush and like eyeshadow. You could barely see with this hair, but it's so cute. But happy Valentine's Day. Again, before this video, I do want to say like, comment, and subscribe. Become a part of the family. Say I like your outfit. Say I like your makeup. Say I like your hair.
I hate your braids. I hate your lashes. Bitch, I hate that you gotta make sandwiches at night, bitch.
You know that is our thing. And also watch my other videos while I am still bringing in new videos. So this video is going to be a little different. I'm actually going to get more comfortable. But this video is going to be different from my other ones. I mostly do story times, and this is just going to be a life update. I did look at my last video and I do like the mic, but for this one, since it is more comfortable, I am just going to hold it and just talk to you all like this. Hopefully it's not a problem. This is new for all of us. Stay with me while we do figure this out. My phone already messing up. The life of a YouTuber. This is one part I do not miss about it. But in this video, I'm going to be doing a life update like I have been stating in my last video, just to show y'all and tell y'all everything that has happened since the last time I was on YouTube. So the most important thing is about my car. Baby girl finally did get a car. Yes, I finally did get a car, and it was not an easy process. After the situation in my last story time about how my car got stolen, I finally got in contact with the police officers that were in Atlanta, and they had told me that they found my car. They found it in student housing apartment parking lot, and it was messed up. The back passenger window was busted. The steering wheel fluid was messed up. The oil. So this is how you know I don't know what I'm talking about, because I meant the steering wheel column was messed up and the oil looked like milkshake. Yeah. Had looked like, milkshake, they said, because so much water had got into it and so much stuff was wrong with it to where they said it's basically a bust. It's a total loss. At that point, or at that time, I really didn't really care too much because I was like, prayer, a new car, not knowing of everything that has to go in with getting a new car. So when they had told me that it was a total bust, that they said that they were going to send me a check. The car insurance had said that they were going to send me a check, and that had took some time because they need information to make sure that everything went right, and so and so needs this, and I have to send it to them, and they also need this, and we need VIN numbers, and da 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 da, and it took quite a long process. Again, this had happened in June. I feel like I did not get the check until maybe the end of July, beginning of August. Yeah, it went back and forth with it. I had to give the car back that I was using for the rental, which I loved so much. It was an updated Kia Soul. So it's just back and forth. And then I had to start searching for a car. Well, at this point, I don't even have a car at all, which is so odd. Like, to not have a car after having a car for, they took it like exactly, I want to say like 4 or 5 years of when I had the car. I want to say 4 years exactly. When I had the car, somebody stole it. So it takes a lot of time to get another car, and it's very odd not having a car after having a car for so long. I was never a person that asked for rides. I was never that girl that had so many. I had friends, but so many friends with the car to where I'm asking for a ride, because I understand that you have a life of your own. So asking for rides here and there was just never me. Even when I had my own apartment, my own place, I was spending money to go for Ubers because If I need a ride, that's my problem. That's my business. I'm not about to kind of hound you or ask for help unless we're going to the same place. So with that, I had to stop going to work a little bit because everybody's schedule is different. I'm not going to force somebody that works there to take me to work or pick me up when they don't have to go to work. So I have to work on their time. It was a lot. It was very depressing. It was a lot. So coming to search for a car is a lot of times it's very depressing too because you get your hopes up thinking that, oh, I'm finally going to get a car today, and it's not that. We went to a lot of places and trying to find a car that is around the budget or the check that we had got. I'm not going to state, but trying to find a car around that budget that doesn't have over or close to 100,000 miles, that is not like a 2002 or something like that. It is very hard. So we got close to one, which was a Nissan Kick. This is a picture of it. We got close to getting one for that, but they just did not want to go down on the price. They did it. And I'm just like, honey, we're going to give you cash. We're going to give you cash. Money, cash. Let me pump my brakes with that because I had a little bit too much dip on that there chip. What I meant was I had a check. So instead of going through a credit card or waiting for that to approve, I had a check that you could just go through and it was good. That's what I meant. Like, but they didn't want to go down on the price. So it's another times or more and more times where you get your hopes up and it doesn't. And then November came. And again, we started in June. That's when somebody took my car. The first day, like May 31st, June 1st, that's when they took my car. Here it is, November, towards the end, getting towards the end of November, like mid end of November. And I'm finally getting my car. So how that went was we went to another county, not another state. Yeah, not another state, but another county in our state. And my grandfather had went there to get his car. So my mom was like, let's just try with that. And we had went and I remember passing by the car lot and I saw the car. And my car is red. So I was just like, I always hear like you're not supposed to get a red car. It messes up with your insurance and you get pulled over a lot and everything. So I was like, not that one. But we passed by it and we had saw all the car lots and we were coming back and we were like, why not? Why not stop here? And we were looking at Nissan Kicks, just different cars and everything. And we saw the car that I had gotten. I was just like, it's a very cute car, but no. And then on top of that, I didn't want a Kia Soul because that's the car that they had took in Atlanta. So I was like, why get the same car after they took this car? Like, no, I'm not going to do that. And I end up getting her. They were kind of up on the price. My dad said, this is our price. We're not going to go any lower. We're not going to go any higher either. But, this is what it is. And after a while of pushing and pulling and everything, the guy that owns the place, he had came out. He's like, sometimes having a relationship with the customer is more than having the car. So, boom, we were able to get the car. I was so excited. I was so happy. I said, finally, after waiting this back and forth, not having one, losing out on money because I couldn't go to work, I finally got my car. Oh, I was so happy. I love him so much. His name is Ladybug. It's such a blessing, such a blessing. I'm so excited. I'm so thankful for finally having a car. So while going through that, I also had went through my, I hate men era to where I'm still doing my story times for that. And I am going to explain more about why I do or why I am in my I hate men era. I am single. I am single, so that means I am mingling. And the more I mingle around, that is when I kind of realize that these men are aggravating. They are aggravating me. So while going through that era, or when the year had started, I really had said, you know what? I'm just going to worry about me and do all the things that I love. I'm going to get back in my YouTube. I'm just doing me. I had cut off all connections of really men in the beginning of the year because I just felt like they weren't serving me any purpose. Like I had said in my story time before this video, I have a problem. I have a problem with talking to men, all men with kids, no car, all kids, no car. That is just my problem. I don't know what it is, but that is just a problem with me. And I was like, I just need to stop talking to men like that. And a lot of men will say, that's your problem because you should just do for better. And then on the other end of the sword, they're like, well, you need to stay with a man. All women want a man that is good for himself and has money and everything, but they never want to stay with him when he is low and things like that. So it's just like a double-edged sword. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to deal with me. I'm tired of the headache. I'm tired of men asking me for money. I'm tired of men asking for rides because, again, all kids, no car. I'm just over that. I said, I just need to stop. If they do not serve a purpose in my life, if they're not making me a better person some way, if they're not teaching me at any way, if they're just not bringing anything fulfilling, good conversation, something in my life, I'm just going to cut them off. And that's when a lot of the stuff was happening with the guy that I had named Nelly in the last story time and what's going to be in the next story time about this new person. It's just the fact of I'm telling y'all that I'm just not with it anymore, and men will be men. It's just that men will be men. And that's why I also say that the next man that comes in my life, not saying he has to prove to me, but it's in a little bit that he has to prove for the fact of I'm not going to be really looking at him because I just don't want to be bothered with men. But if he is supposed to be the man that the Lord wants for me, he is going to be around. He's going to be in my face and he is going to kind of show for that. And at that point, I'm not looking at any other man unless the Lord is saying, this is your man. Because I'm tired of, I don't have any kids, but it feels like in a way I have to take care of these men. Or again, I am giving so much more of me, whether it be just a listening ear or it might be advice or just something to help them grow, but I'm just not getting anything in return. So I am just tired of that. So I'm going to speak more about that as well, and you're going to hear what had happened with that situation in my next story time. As well for life, I went through a period, or I'm still in a way grieving, going through a period of losing somebody special to me, very, very special to me, very special to me. So going through losing that and with situations of when you are grieving of losing a family member with family and everything like that, it's just a lot. So the first time putting on makeup was when I did my last that was my last story time. That was the first time I put on makeup in months. In like months, like really put on makeup and dressed up in months and months. So coming back to YouTube is really like a not a reviving, but a kind of reviving thing because it's bringing me back to who I am or what type of person I am because I kind of lost my light going through that grieving and that back and forth of losing my car. It just has not stopped honestly since that situation, or really in my life, because I hate men era, really in my life of March. Since March, it just kind of went downhill from there. And it was like, this is the part of me coming out of that dark place again and finding myself again and doing more for myself. Because I really was just going to work. When I didn't have a car, I was going to work and coming home. And after and through that situation, I was just being home and staying home. So grieving really does have a big impact with you, and it will slow you down and it will dim your light and kind of make you lose yourself. So still going through grieving, coming back, I'm very happy. Like I am very, very happy to do these videos, to edit, to just put on makeup and dress up. I'm loving it. So it's just finding myself, but it really did slow me down. Also, what slowed me down is just life in general. For a life update, life in general, and not just for what I'm going through, but what everybody is going through. Life outside of your home is not like what it was back in 2012, back in 2015. It just does not feel the same. That's why we can hear some songs or music or just a little sound and it puts us back in that nostalgia feel of when life was okay, and that is not it right now, especially with politics and what is going on in the world. I always say I make a joke, but it's so serious of it's about illegal to be a woman in the world now with what they're trying to take away, what they're trying to force us to do with our bodies, what they're trying to tell us to do with our bodies. It is just not good. Cost of living is very, very, very high, but the cost or the hourly wage is very, very, very low. So it's just like We are lost right now. We are very lost, and it is very depressing. It can make you stay at home because you just feel like it costs just to breathe air outside. Before, you could go outside and window shop and everything, and it seems like it costs just to do that now. It's just not as happy as it used to be. And that is very, very sad. I hope and I wish that it does change within a year. I really do. A lot can happen within a year. So I'm really hoping that it does change within a year for the better. For the better. A lot of people are realizing that, you know, what they thought was better was not good, and they are learning. So as long as more people are on the side and being more open of learning and understanding that and trying to go for better, it will be better. But it is hard. Getting a job anywhere, it is hard. And if you feel like you are behind, I am here to tell you, you are not behind. You are not behind in the world. The world is not the place that it was 20 years ago. It's not the place that it was when you were in school, when they said that if you just go to college or if you just go to work, you could get a good job if you just go to college. It is not that. It's more debt now. They said that by the age of 30, you should have you a house, you should have you a spouse, you should have you a dog, and it should be good. It is not that way anymore. A house rent is astronomically high.
Is astronomical.
Too high. Groceries, high. I had just saw a commercial on YouTube for Uber Eats, and one count, it said one count of broccoli. If y'all probably seen it too, one count of broccoli was $4 and change. What is going on here? Life is not like how it was. Life is not as cheap as it was before. It's not as easy as it was before. Things have changed. So if you feel like you are behind, you are losing, you are not where you're supposed to be in life, you're going to have to look at the people that you're looking at. And most of the time, they're not where they want to be in life. They are just making it. And it's very sad. But as of right now, this world is just for you to make it. It is not easy. So I'm telling you, do what makes you happy. We are on a floating rock. That is how you have to look at life. We are on a floating rock. Do what makes you happy. Do that. And they say that, oh, you have to pay for bills and this and this, and don't do it, and da 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 da. They don't care. Your job doesn't care. Not to say to quit your job, but it's just like your job doesn't care, honey. If you do leave by the time that lunchtime happens, they have your job on Indeed. They don't care. So take that vacation, take that extra time, do what makes you happy, and don't care what nobody thinks. It makes you happy. As long as you are not harming yourself or anybody else, do what makes you happy. If people appreciate it, they will. If they don't, they just don't. It wasn't made for them then. Tell them to move to the side, and the person behind them appreciates what you do. Do what makes you happy as of right now. That is how the life is. It can't, well, we hope that it gets better, but we're just going to say that it can't get any worse, and we're going to pray on that because we just can't handle that. Do what makes you happy. And that is what I am doing with my YouTube. Regardless if people watch or if they don't watch, again, it probably wasn't meant for them to watch, and maybe they just have to wait a little bit to catch up with it and they will see it. That's life. Happiness is the best thing right now. Waking up every day and being happy with what you do, it's a extra to get paid for it, but just to wake up and be able to do what you like to do, that is a blessing. And as of right now, we need it more than ever with how the world is going. So that is all I do have for my life update. This is not too long of a video. I just want it to be quick, especially because of storage and how my phone be acting. I'm surprised it's going this far. But this is all I do have for this video. Just a quick little life update about what was going on with me, about my car, why I dropped these men, and just losing people and how life is right now. But the most important thing that I can get out of this whole video is be happy, y'all. Do what makes you happy. That is all that we can do right now. So that is all I do have for this video. I will be catching you all next time, which will be for a story time to see what else had happened. But until then, please like, comment, and subscribe. Like my videos, watch my videos and my shorts. And as well, As well, I am going to be doing a girl talk video shortly. So if you do have anything that you do want to ask, talk about, just to bring up, put it in the comments below or in my short and have like the pink bow so I know that it's for the girl talk. And I will shout you out in the video. I will show your comment here and I will talk about it. But until then, I will be talking to y'all later. Love you, mean it. Bye.